You the one here for the package? Good. Feast your eyes on this beauty. Sculpted to nigh perfection. You don't find many like it in the wild. Cost me an arm and a leg to capture it, and now it's yours. Enjoy. Oh, and one last thing. Maybe you should get off the tracks. The manga we'll be talking about is a fantastic manga called Ramia-Yana. Now why should you care about this manga? Behold, Exhibit A. And that's the end of the video. See you next time, but until then, take care of yourself.
Wow! Come on, can you move it on?
So that wasn't enough for you, huh? Oh, ye of little faith. Alright, let's get serious. The story is set in a classic sword and magic fantasy world, with different races and powerful beings. You see, our world is governed by many different rules. What goes up must come down. History always repeats itself. Everything will eventually come to an end, no matter how much you cry or call it unfair. And this world also has its own rules, one of which is the Demon Lord cycle, meaning every few hundred years a Demon Lord is born, who wreaks havoc until a brave hero steps up and gives them a strongly worded letter that makes them stop. Then die. In case this wasn't obvious, it was a joke. The heroes kill the Demon Lords by beating them to death with a holy stick. We follow the journey of Ramia, an absurdly powerful woman with a colorful personality, who also happens to be a hero, or so she claims. We join Ramia's story during a time of many strange happenings, from the birth of a new Demon Lord merely 30 years after the death of her previous one, to the emergence of the offspring of a previous Demon Lord, and the possibility of a new holy war. Either way, something big is brewing. But where does our fair lady fit into all of this? So the manga begins with a pretty good introduction, although I personally didn't like the first 2 chapters that much. There were a few events where I was like, ugh, okay, just move on already. And I'm not gonna lie, the manga almost lost me a couple of times because of it. But here I am making an entire damn video telling you to read it. So it's safe to say that this manga pulled me back in harder than your ex's DMs when you're drunk. And that's mainly thanks to chapter 3.1. That was just bravissimo. There are 2 main things that I really liked about the first 2 chapters. First is the fact that the author doesn't spoon-feed you the story. He doesn't shove an exposition dump on your face. You are dropped straight into it with only some superficial knowledge about the world. You don't know who you're following, what's their relationships, or their motives. You just have to figure that out from the character interactions and behaviors. And this manga absolutely nails those things. The fact that you can get so many answers from small things like character interactions, their behaviors, and even expressions, while building even more questions that pull you even more is so good. The second is when it introduced an interesting concept, which is that some of the monsters are actually isekai people from another world. There's no shortage of isekai stories where the protagonist turns into a monster, but this is the first time I've seen one where it's from the point of view of the natives. This isn't the main focus of the manga, but I would love to see this concept explored more in the future. And that's honestly the best summary I can give you, since there are a lot of events that happen simultaneously, and all of them are important. They start off as snippets from all over the place, past, present, future, different places that help paint what's to come. It's a bit disorienting at first, but it soon clicks all together and we're back in business, baby. The gears start turning simultaneously and tensions start to rise as it all begins. Something I noticed about this manga is the fact that even though we're not following Ramia all the time, we're still technically following her all the time. It's hard to explain without getting into spoilers, but just trust me, okay? It all leads back to Ramia one way or another. Now, let's talk about the best thing in the manga, the art style and the character designs. As you would expect, the art style is very good with awesome fantasy landscapes and clean fights. Well, quote-unquote fights. We have yet to have any proper toe-to-toe tango, because so far they have all been one-sided massacres. Two things that I really like about this art style are the use of light, whether it be sun rays or light reflections. It gives everything a lot of depth and looks pleasing to my eyeballs. And also the panels that look like they were drawn with black watercolor. It looks gritty and I love it. It's very fitting for a manga with unhinged powers and man-eating monsters that look awesome. My favorite monster in the manga is the Mantocrania. I love its design. It's simple but it works. It reminds me of Nosk from Hollow Knight. Probably the creepiest monster in the game. But it got nothing on some of these Demon Lord designs. Like, come on, man. At this point, you're just flexing on us, trying to assert dominance using your art. I mean, look at this. I don't know what this is, but why do I see a panel that's telling me to join her covenant? Wait a minute. She kinda looks like a female version of Kirk the Knight of Thorns. Now, in case you haven't noticed, the author is a fellow connoisseur. There are a lot of big and muscular women in this manga, with a lot of motherly features. And the best part about these designs is that it's not thrown haphazardly. They're actually well thought out. Characters that are supposed to be physically strong look the part, and characters that are adept at other things such as magic and stealth look their part as well. For example, look at Ramia. With one look you can tell she's a strong physical fighter. In contrast, Osumehime, although she has a voluptuous body, she is not muscular, meaning she's not a physical fighter. Now let's play a game, kids. Can you tell me which one of these two is the magic user? Ding ding ding! Good job! You're so smart. As a reward, you will get one free subscription to the Manga Barista channel. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance, so you better hurry up and claim it. Now, as per tradition on the Manga Barista channel, I am now going to tell you about the characters. Those that I like and those that I like not. This manga has a lot of characters, so I will only talk about the ones that I actually have something to say about. First up is our beautiful protagonist, Ramia. She's strong, she's muscular, she has scars. Wow, this woman is checking all my boxes. I don't even have a checklist, but she's checking the hell out of it. Ramia has a bubbly personality. She's cheerful and cheeky and very fun to watch. She's exactly the kind of character that I hate. In a good way, because you can never trust these characters. There is always darkness behind those smiles. Tell me, what is it that you're hiding behind those empty eyes? Her motives are still a mystery. Next are these two. I forgot their names, so I'll just be calling them Random Ass Village Guard and Random Ass Village Girl. I don't care for these two, not one bit. I'm sure they'll play a big role in the story later, but I still don't care. You especially. Yeah, there's a kidnapper that only targets women in the forest? I'm sure that's the best time to go picking flowers, you dumbass. Next is Grandma Gertrude. I would love to hang out with her. She seems chill. Next is Guts from Berserk. I'm sure he's a busy man, but I'm glad he could find the time to do this cameo. Thanks, Berserk man. Very cool. Next is probably my favorite character in the manga. He's a cunning assassin. He's crazy, he's composed, and he also gives off cockroach vibes, you know? He feels like one of those characters that no matter what crazy situations you put them in, they always somehow crawl back up unscathed. I love him, and I'd love to see more of him, hopefully in even crazier situations, haha. And finally, the best character in this manga.
Small Ramia. She is the greatest character in this manga and I will kill anyone who begs to differ.
Well, he seems happy. Now, as per usual, in the description, you will find the link for the manga along with the author's Twitter and YouTube channel. He makes drawing videos that every mangaka out there should watch and take note. I demand more muscle girls, damn it! My people are starving! And that's the end of the video. Man, this video took a lot of time to make. From technical difficulties to... I'm sure you have noticed that somewhere in the middle of the video, my voice changed. And that's because I got sick. Again. What the hell is wrong with my immune system this year? Anyhow, Thank you for watching. As a thank you for sticking out this long, here's a reward. Now goodbye.